we should stop here and reflect a little. There's a hadith in Sahih Muslim, as you know, when Allah Azza wa Jal created Adam alayhi salam, he left him there for a while. Then Iblis came and he hovered around Adam and he saw that he was hollow. And then Iblis knew that he would not be able to control or restrain himself. Right. So Shaytan, Iblis, he has a deep understanding of the insan, how he's been created, and he's been created hollow. And we know man has instincts. Allah has put within the man instincts, desires, these relate to food, relate to drink, relate to pleasures. They relate likewise as an instinct for wanting position, wanting status, wanting wealth, right? These are all things which are inside of a man, are deeply rooted inside of a man. Iblis knows this. And throughout history, obviously, people have been misled, like the Bani Israel. First of all, it starts with shahwa. You lust after the women of other nations. You marry into them. And when you marry into them, then that leads you, as the Sheikh said, you forget your Lord, you forget your religion. Then you adopt the religion of the other nation. And that's why recurringly the Bani Israel fell into shirk, fell into ridda, fell into kufr, fell into shirk, right? Because of this reason. And throughout the ages, throughout history, there are some people who make careful observations of the behavior of men and their thought processes and how they govern themselves, and they've acquired knowledge as to how to manipulate people. And in the 20th, and especially in the 20th century, the people of disbelief, they have whole sciences, they have whole institutes which specifically study this human behavior. And their study of human behavior is not because they want to, make people reach the peak of morals, the peak of manners, because this is what Allah sent the messengers for. Allah sent the messengers, why? To complete and perfect the fitrah. As Ibn Taymiyyah says, we have a fitrah, a natural inclination to good, aversion from evil, an inclination to want to worship Allah, be grateful to Him, an aversion from shirk. This is in the fitrah. And the messengers come, they give us guidance, teachings, morals, law, and we follow it, and we reach the peak of, of the best of manners. Now, these people, when they study, when they have all these different sciences in you, behavioral psychology, this, that, whatever, what it is, this is not because they want to make man reach the peak of, morals. No, there's a reason behind it. And this is in order to control people and to manipulate these instincts that man has for financial reasons, for social reasons, for whatever reasons it might be. Right? And so they have acquired a wealth of knowledge, a tremendous amount of knowledge, especially in the 20th century. Right? This is where we have the era of radio, and then television, and then the internet, and then social media, and now we're moving into the artificial intelligence. Right? All of this, the purpose behind it is to gather huge amount, like it's becoming easier and easier, right, to gather actual information in real time about people and what are their thought processes, what are their feelings right now. And all of this is being recorded like in databases, there's algorithms working things out. All of that knowledge, this is a tremendously powerful knowledge by which people can be manipulated and misled, right? And so this is what social media is actually used for. There are algorithms behind it which are targeted specifically to you, right? So each user has so even though you might not be known, but through the IP address, through your wireless, through habits that you have for browsing, right? It's known that this person here is different from that person here, and that person from that person, because it's different profile. So they know exactly all the users, right? And then, you know, they will know things about you without even knowing your name necessarily, even though from your device it's, you know, it's not difficult to find out who you are, right? So there's nothing hidden. So all of this knowledge of billions of people is going somewhere, right? And that knowledge is being crunched, that data is being crunched, algorithms and so on and so forth, and tremendous insight about people, their psychology, the way they make their decisions, their fickleness, what, you know, their desires, everything is known about you. And this can be, and this is weaponized against you, right? It's weaponized against you to manipulate you and to lead you into desires, into. So all of these people who are at the top, who are using this information, they are like Iblis, like we said. Iblis hovered around Adam alayhi salam, saw that he can be filled with desires and he won't be able to restrain himself, right? These are the allies of Iblis who are doing the same thing with mankind because they have this information, they have this knowledge. And then they put mankind to trial with different things, right? You know, to subtly change their way of thinking. And so these are sciences of the disbelievers. They have whole universities, they have whole institutions dedicated for this specific purpose, to do this and to use the base instincts of a man, his fickleness, his love for fame, his love for fortune, his love for desires, his love for women, his love for wealth, his love for this, whatever, right? Because man is inherently, he's corruptible in this sense, right? And so when you are able to corrupt society in this way by using the you know, this knowledge, then this is a huge, this is a very powerful weapon, and it's a very powerful weapon against children specifically, because they don't have the defenses that a grown up, experienced adult has, which is why you should not allow any of your children to go anywhere near social media. In fact, even the people of disbelief, they are saying that themselves now. They are saying that it should be banned up to the age of 16 or 18. And maybe it could be, it could be for two reasons. Maybe it could be because they see the harmful effects, or maybe it could be because, on the other hand, that so much of their evils and their agendas are being exposed by certain people, and, you know, through social media, which is not as censorable as you know, it's not entirely censorable, and children are actually waking up to saying, oh, you know what, you know, we're being fed all this nonsense about transgender, about this, whatever, and they're waking up and they're taking certain personalities as, like, you know, role models. Maybe it could be for that reason as well. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, right? But either way, whichever way you want to look at it, you know, they recognize the harms upon the mind. It stunts the mind, makes you, you know, go backwards, arrests your development. It's an arrested development when people are just on you know, devices, and, you know, outsourcing their brain and allowing the machine. You're just decaying your brain, right? So do not allow your children on these devices, on social media. If it's necessary, control it. Otherwise, don't give them these devices in the first place. Get them involved in useful things, useful crafts, useful skills, you know, useful professions, whatever it might be. Anyhow, a little diversion.